My name is Omar. I'm starting this channel as just like an online documentation of like my journey and shit. This is an inspiration from Stevenson. He does aggression talks and like they hit hard. You know, that guy speaks with a lot of, just a lot of oomph in his voice. Like he really can get his point across when he talks, and hopefully I can do the same with this. But no, yeah, I'm just trying to document like kind of like where I want my life to go, how I'm gonna get there, what I'm gonna do to get there. Because I have a lot of expectations and a lot of visions for where I want my life to go, and it's been like this, like on and off since forever, like since middle school, since high school. But recently, there's been a shift, and so I'm just kind of. It's been like since June, 6 months where my mind doesn't go anywhere else other than success, and I need to find it. If I don't find it, I'm going to be depressed. Right now, I'm 19, and I'm nowhere near satisfied with what my life is, or like what I'm doing with my actions. So like I can't even imagine by the time like I'm 22, 21. Even after that, like if I don't find success with what I'm doing, how I'm gonna feel. Especially because I have really high expectations for my life, and I have high expectations in everything I do, and if I don't reach that, I'm going to be, you know, not to say depressed, because depressed is kind of like a victim thing, but I'm going to be highly dissatisfied with myself, with how I just went about with my only life that I was given. And so, yeah, I have these high expectations, and for 6 months since June, I've been doing what I can to fulfill these expectations. But in the grand scheme of things, what I've been doing is kind of half-assing. I haven't been giving everything my all. And some days I will. Some days I'll put in my all. Some days I'll have some really productive days where I'm just sitting down doing work, went to the gym, stayed off my phone, didn't do degenerate activities, and those days are where I feel the best, right? But even those days that I'm talking about, that I'm referring to, those days I still woke up at 9. I didn't wake up early. Those days I still took a nice warm shower. Those days I still ended off that day with watching my show, watching Netflix. And so like I'm still putting in work, but at the end of the day, I'm looking forward to those comfortable activities, and that's where all the work that I'm doing just gets completely thrown down the toilet. And I realize, like, in order to reach the level that I want to reach, and in order to have my life be fulfilled in the way that I want it fulfilled, like be rich, be jacked, be kind, holistic, be a male role model, all this stuff, I have to become that version of myself. And right now, I'm just completely half-assing it, and I think I'm gonna get there, but maybe I will, but who knows? Maybe it'll take like 5 years. That's not what I want. In 5 years, I'm gonna be 24. In 5 years, I've already had want to build my empire, and so I'm just documenting this as kind of like an online commitment sort of thing to hold myself accountable and just give myself structure. Look back at every day. I'm gonna post these daily, but just to get into like the introduction, every day I'll come down here and there'll be something to talk about in particular. Right now, it's just me raw spitting out how I'm feeling right now at the moment. Um, and yeah, like overall, just not feeling the best about myself. And it's like I'm 19. A lot of everyone my age is couldn't care less about what the fuck I'm thinking about right now, right? But no, there's that select few that around me. There's a select few that do think that way, and I can name a few, but I'm not gonna name drop. But I'm not close to them. All the people that I'm close with, they're more into the degeneracy, but like I don't surround myself with them. I surround myself with me. I've been locked in by myself. I haven't had anyone around me, and not because I want to ghost everyone, because I do think that I'm not as extreme as John Mark Stevenson. I do think that you should prioritize enjoying your youth. You should prioritize hanging out with friends, enjoying the human connections, and the human relationships that are around you, and experiencing life with other humans, and not just being locked in and focused on kind of the matrix and the earth, and I mean the matrix and the society and the infrastructure that was built around you, and focusing on getting money, because that's not what life is all about. Life is about experiencing. Life is about building connections. And so I do prioritize that, but there's also kind of like a double lining, because like you could use the logic like, oh, if you're happy with smoking weed all day and being a degenerate and hanging out with friends only, and being in your comfort zone, and you're happy that way, oh, then go ahead, be happy like that. But that is such a low vibrational happiness. The happiness they feel on a day-to-day basis is literally nowhere near the fulfillment and joy and happiness that a man who's built an empire and provides for his family and his kids and his wife doesn't have to do anything. That joy is just untouchable. That's a frequency, that's a vibration that you can't touch by smoking weed and hanging out with friends and doing degenerate things, right? So when people say that, oh no, he's happy doing that, yeah, he thinks he's happy doing that because his mind is so closed off. He can't even fathom reaching a level of joy with yourself and fulfillment with yourself and a sense of accomplishment with yourself because they don't even have those visions, right? And you can't explain that to someone who's not on the same wavelength, right? And I'm not to put me on a pedestal because I think I'm on this wavelength. Like I'm really opening up and I'm saying that I'm not who I want to be, and I'm not who I want to be because I'm giving into my comfort and I'm giving into like the expectation that society sets. The expectation that society sets are just average, probably not even average compared to like the people that I'm seeing online. It's not average, it's below average. The expectation that society sets is below average. Average should not be what average is, right? And I think that it's only going to go down. And if I keep consuming and being around people who, oh no, it's okay to be average, it's okay to wake up late, it's okay to not grind this day. Okay, it's okay, they said it, you know. And like just surrounding yourself with people like that, it's crazy. And so I want to surround myself with what I believe in, right? And so that's why I haven't really found people that I can surround myself with. And so that's why I've been kind of searching online, and I have been able to in a little bit, but I'm not really forming like genuine connections. You can't really form genuine connections online like that. But to kind of resurface that point, like, yeah, you could surround yourself by people who are average and just like closed-minded, but you should feel so confident in your beliefs. And this is where I'm struggling with. And everything that I'm saying, by the way, are things that I want to live by and not things that I'm completely living by 100%. And I'm acknowledging that and I'm openly admitting that online right now. It's things that I want. Let me see this real quick. Yeah, this is the way I want to live, and this is not the way that I'm currently living, right? I'm not on here boasting about how stupid people are. I'm on here talking about how stupid people are and how it's affecting me and how it's affecting everyone, and how if you want to get to the point where I'm going to be talking first person, if I want to get to the point where I want to get, then I have to focus on me, myself, my goals, my values, my principles, and just don't give a fuck about what anyone else thinks, even if I'm surrounded by them all the time. You understand what I'm saying? Because in order to build that empire, in order to become the person that I want to be, the person that provides for his family, the person that doesn't thrive in comfort, the person that thrives in discomfort, the person that money's not an issue, has location freedom, time freedom, is so accomplished with himself, I have to, one, be comfortable being around averageness and mediocrity without even feeling swayed by it, because I know in my mind that what I'm doing is right. 100% what I'm doing is right. No one can tell me different. I have 100% confidence in what I'm doing. I believe in my principles 100%, and I live by them and I back them, because that's the only way that you have 100% confidence in yourself, is if you have a set principles that you believe in 100% all the way, and there's no swaying them, there's no backing them. And that's how you're able to walk into a room and not give a fuck who's in there, not care who's looking at you, because you know that you're right. I know that the highest version of myself, and he's out there, the potential's there, he's just waiting to be fulfilled, and that's why I'm on here trying to shortcut it, trying to shortcut my way to becoming the best version of myself, not by half-assing. Right now, I'm gonna get into kind of how, what I'm gonna do to get there as fast as I can, but dang, I forgot the point I was on. Anyways, dang, I forgot the point. What was I getting to? Anyways, we're gonna go into where I want to be and how I'm going to get there, and the habits I'm going to reinforce, and the comfort that I'm going to throw away, and the discomfort that I'm going to replace with comfort, and how I'm going to get there. I'm 19 years old right now. By the end of December, I actually have it written down on my door. I have a roadmap. I have all my goals, where I want to be in December and where I want to be at the end of June, because I don't believe in long-term goals. The world is always changing. Like, obviously, we can have broad long-term goals. My broad long-term goals are being rich and jacked and kind and having a loving family. But the way I'll get there is obviously going to change in the future, right? Because everything's changing around you. You never know. So for my short-term goals, that ends at the end of it. It's really cold out here, but that's part of the discomfort. Now, but my short-term goals, December is where it cuts off. Right now, as it's an immature mindset to have shiny object syndrome, and I had shiny object syndrome. And so I would jump from a lot of things because I wouldn't find immediate success. And so I think a big part of being the best version of yourself is being self-aware in that regard and telling yourself, no, you're not going to jump from business model to business model. You're not going to jump from, routine to routine. You're going to stick to one routine right now. You're going to use your mind and use your noggin, and you're going to think, okay, what's the best, most optimal thing you can do that's going to have the most results? And if not have the most results, have the most research backed by it and have the most value out of it, okay? And so I did dropshipping, I did all this shit, right? And I had different paths. I was given 10% in this path, 10% in this path. And I realized, like, in order to become myself, because right now I'm not myself. Right now I'm just getting to myself. Myself is the best version of myself that I'm gonna achieve in 3 years. In order to get to myself, I have to stick to something. I have to stick to one set of things. And I realized that, okay, right now I'm gonna write it down. I'm gonna write exactly what I'm doing. I'm gonna write exactly what I'm gonna do to get there. I'm gonna write exactly what the habits I need to take to reinforce it, how to make it second nature. And so what I'm doing is I'm building a skill first, a high income skill. So that's sales, getting into high ticket sales. I'm gonna commit to that. I don't care what it is. I don't care if other people are making money off ads agencies or any other business model. Fuck that. There's money in everything. There's money in every business model. It's just how you go about it. So sales, I realized, like, okay, it's a skill. I don't have to worry about it doing good at the start, because it's a skill. It's always going to be, there's always going to be something to sell. So that's number one. Number one, I'm going to stick to sales. Number two, I'm going to stick to posting. I'm going to stick to building a platform, because if you have a platform, there's no stopping you. You can sell anything to a loyal audience. And that's what I hope to build here, because I'm being open. I'm being raw. I'm being authentic. I don't care if what I'm saying is jumbled up or I'm not getting to certain points. Fuck that. I'm not going to cut it. You guys are just going to hear my thoughts into the phone, into the camera. I'm going to post it. I'm going to do this every single day. Right now, it's just me just fucking blabbering, because there's no topic, there's nothing, there's no question to be asked, there was literally no thought behind this. I just grabbed my phone, grabbed my tripod, and I came down here and I'm just started fucking talking. Anyways, what else? Build a platform. Every day I'm gonna post to YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I'm gonna post content like this, because this is how I'm gonna build the most loyal audience, because I hope you guys understand that. And I want to attract people like me, young people like me that are struggling with this, and they think they're crazy for thinking like this, because everyone's calling them crazy because, oh no, it's okay to be average. Like, I want to attract that audience, make them know, let them know that there are people that are thinking like you, and it's not that we're crazy. It's just that we were meant for something more. Not to sound conceited, not to sound like I'm the fucking man of the year, but whatever. Two. Well, those are what I'm gonna do. But I have written down what I want to achieve. What I want to achieve is a nice life, because right now I don't have a family, right? I have a family that I don't have a family that I created. I want to make a nice life for my mom. I want to make a nice life for me, myself. I want to be able to set myself up and put myself in an environment where I'm 100% optimized to work and get shit done. And that environment comes with a luxury gym membership. I want to have the best recovery. I want to have the best people surrounded by me. I want to have successful people surrounded by me. So that's number one on my goal by December. By December, I hope to be a closer. I hope to be a closer in high ticket sales. I hope to be so fucking good at it that no sales slips out of my hands. I'm gonna be so good at what the fuck I do. Everything that I do, I'm gonna go 100%. All right, let me start. Let me get out of what I want out of life, because that's not what matters. That's not the destination. It's what matters. It's the journey. It's how I'm gonna get there. The habits I'm gonna take out and the habits I'm gonna put in. Right now, I wake up whatever time I want. I try to wake up at 6, but I hit snooze. I'm being honest. I wake up at 8, 9. Today I was really disappointed in myself. Today I woke up at 9. And so I realized that if I'm just going with the flow and these type of things, I'm not building discipline, and I have no discipline in this regard, I'm not gonna be who the fuck I wanna be. Myself, the best version of myself is the person who's gonna fucking set a time to wake up every day, no matter what time he goes to sleep. And he's gonna wake up at that time because he promised himself that. Right now, if sales doesn't work, I don't care. I'm not stopping because I promised myself I would do it. I don't care if there's money at the end of the road. I promised myself, I told myself that I was gonna stick to this. I'm not gonna lie to myself. If I lie to myself, then who the fuck am I, right? This would be so unauthentic if I was just lying on here. Why the fuck would I be down if I'm just fucking lying, right? So instead of waking up at whatever time I want, I'm gonna wake up at 4:55 every single morning. And on my Instagram and on my TikTok, or no, on my Instagram, I'll post stories, screenshots of me waking up at 4:55. I'm gonna replace hot showers with cold showers. I don't even believe in the benefits of cold showers. I don't think cold showers even give you any health benefits. I think cold showers are worse for you. They slow down recovery. right? But just because I absolutely hate cold showers, I'm gonna do it. Not because there's any health benefits, right? Because if anything, hot showers are better for you. They heal your muscles. They help you recover better, right? But it's honestly not even about that anymore. Obviously, I want to get jacked. I want to get to the point where I can, but cold shower is not going to hurt. It's only going to make me better in the discipline side of things. So cold showers every morning. In between waking up at 4:55 and in between cold showers, I'm gonna go for a jog, a walk, either a low intensity or high cardio or a high intensity form of cardio, light, just so I can get my body waking up, and then I'm gonna hop into the cold shower. After the cold shower, I'm gonna put my head down. I'm gonna work. I'm gonna work on building my skills in sales. I'm gonna VOD review. I'm gonna make calls. I'm gonna apply to offers. I'm gonna get the best offer. I'm gonna do everything I can to become the best at what I do in the shortest amount of time without taking any shortcuts. Right? What else? I'm gonna fast. I'm intermittent fasting every day. I start eating at 1:30. So waking up at 4, like, look, it's easy. I do that now. Right now, I already do that. I already eat past 1:30, right? But it's only easy because I wake up at 10. I only have to wait, 11, 12, 1, 3.5 hours before I can eat. No, and I call that an accomplishment. Like, I'm so fucking stupid. I'm gonna wake up at 4:55 and I'm gonna fast. I'm only gonna eat high protein foods. Obviously, I'm gonna need my carbs, but it is what it is. I'm gonna go to the gym after the cold shower, and after I eat, and then I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna put my head down. I'm gonna make content for you guys. All right. And after every single day, I'm gonna come down here and I'm gonna talk and I'm gonna spit organic raw sauce, not sauce, but like just my thoughts. All right. And so that's kind of a rundown of what this is gonna be. Just to summarize, like, my name is Omar. I'm 19. I have such high expectations for myself. It's incomprehensible to the average person. But I will be so dissatisfied with anything less. And I realize that the actions that I'm taking right now, the half-ass action that I've been taking since June, are not going to get me not nearly where I want to be. And so right now I'm online documenting my journey to become the best version of myself, and taking out all the comfort out of my life and replacing with the discomfort, the things that I hate, so I can build the most discipline that anyone's ever seen. All right, and then this is just the online documentation of that, of me holding myself accountable. All right, so be prepared for these videos every fucking day. Every day I'm gonna have 84 uploads. There's 84 days until December 31st. There's 84 days until December 31st. I'm gonna have 84 uploads on this channel, 84 uploads on Instagram, 84 uploads on TikTok. I actually have it written down. There's gonna be 84 days of cold shower. There's gonna be 84 days of waking up at 4:55. There's gonna be 84 days of fasting. There's gonna be 84 days of going to the gym. There's gonna be 84 days of hard work, right? And if I do anything less, then I'm just gonna keep falling into the cycle of thinking and getting the dopamine of doing half-ass work and doing this for a day or a week. And then I'm gonna get the dopamine of falling behind. I mean, the dopamine of thinking that I'm not falling behind and thinking that, I'm doing the most I can. Like, what the fuck? I don't understand why I do that. And so right now, every time I'm about to do something that's comfortable, this is off topic. This is gonna be kind of stupid. This is gonna sound stupid, but the show that I watch before I go to bed, right, to ease down at the end of the night, the show that I watch is The Flash. I'm on season 3. This is the best season. All right, this is the last piece of dopamine I'm getting talking about the show. Season 3, The Flash. It's a good show. Anyone will tell you it's a good show. All right. I'm on the season finale. Last night I was too tired, so I closed my eyes. I shut it off at the end of the season finale. Right before the season was about to end. Right before the climax was about to hit, I had to shut it off because I didn't want to be too tired to miss the climax, because I wanted to get the most dopamine out of the show. And so I shut it off. And then today I had not an awakening. I'm not gonna call it an awakening. That's corny. Today I realized that I'm doing myself so many injustices. And so I canceled my Netflix membership. I'm not even gonna watch that show. I'm not even gonna watch the climax. I'm not even gonna finish the fucking season. Even though I had half of an episode until the season ended, fuck that. That would go against everything I'm talking about now. My life is not about comfort anymore. I'm 19, I'm a grown man. That's gonna sound really, really corny to people who are older, but who cares? That's where I'm at right now, all right? Daily uploads.